Minimum payment is the smallest amount that a borrower is required to pay on a debt each month. It is usually a percentage of the outstanding balance and includes the interest charged on the debt. While minimum payments can help borrowers avoid late fees and penalties, they can also lead to long-term debt and higher interest charges. Understanding how minimum payments work and their impact on debt is essential for responsible borrowing and financial management. What is minimum payment? Minimum payment is the smallest amount that a borrower is required to pay on a debt each month. It is usually a percentage of the outstanding balance and includes the interest charged on the debt. For example, if a borrower has a credit card balance of $1,000 with an annual interest rate of 18%, the minimum payment may be 2% of the outstanding balance, $20, plus the interest charged on the debt, $15, for a total minimum payment of $35. Why is minimum payment important? Minimum payments are important because they help borrowers avoid late fees and penalties for missing payments. By making at least the minimum payment each month, borrowers can keep their accounts in good standing and avoid damage to their credit scores. However, minimum payments can also lead to long-term debt and higher interest charges, as they do not fully pay off the debt and allow interest to accumulate over time. Minimum payments can have a significant impact on the amount of debt and interest charges over time. By only paying the minimum payment each month, borrowers may end up paying significantly more in interest charges and taking longer to pay off the debt. For example, let's say a borrower has a credit card balance of $5,000 with an annual interest rate of 18%. If they only make the minimum payment each month, it would take over 19 years to pay off the debt, and they would end up paying over $9,800 in interest charges. On the other hand, if they make larger payments each month, such as $250, they could pay off the debt in just over 2 years and pay only $1,770 in interest charges. Managing minimum payments is essential for responsible borrowing and financial management. Here are some tips on how to manage minimum payments. Pay more than the minimum. To reduce debt and interest charges, borrowers should try to pay more than the minimum payment each month. This can help to pay off the debt faster and save money on interest charges. Prioritize debts. If a borrower has multiple debts, they should prioritize which debts to pay off first. Debts with higher interest rates should be paid off first, as they can accumulate more interest charges over time. Avoid late payments. To avoid late fees and penalties, borrowers should always make their minimum payments on time. Setting up automatic payments or reminders can help to ensure timely payments. Negotiate with creditors. If a borrower is having difficulty making minimum payments, they should consider negotiating with their creditors. They may be able to work out a payment plan or reduce interest rates. Avoid new debt. To avoid further debt and minimum payments, borrowers should avoid taking on new debt unless it is necessary and can be managed responsibly. Minimum payments are the smallest amount that a borrower is required to pay on a debt each month. While they can help borrowers avoid late fees and penalties, they can also lead to long-term debt and higher interest charges. By paying more than the minimum, prioritizing debts, avoiding late payments, negotiating with creditors, and avoiding new debt, borrowers can effectively manage minimum payments and reduce debt over time. Responsible borrowing and financial management is essential for achieving financial stability and success.